Candied buckwheat. A great way of creating texture in chocolate is through the use of buckwheat. Specifically, I'm going to show you how to candy it using coconut sugar. This is a fantastic way to create a raw and gluten-free crunch that's almost biscuit-like. Depending on how long you dry the buckwheat for, you can control whether it comes out chewy or crunchy. Buckwheat, by the way, isn't a type of wheat. It's related to rhubarb and sorrel. The seeds are the parts we use. Humans have been growing and enjoying buckwheat for thousands of years. Its pollen has been found in Japan dating back 6,000 years ago. Candied buckwheat may well become a staple for you and your raw chocolate making, as it has for me, as well as the texture it adds. Because it has a neutral taste, it's a useful carrier for flavours in your chocolate. You can make a batch or batches of candied buckwheat, store them in an airtight container where it will keep for ages. So this is how to make candied buckwheat. You'll need some unroasted or raw buckwheat, coconut sugar and your favourite salt. You can buy roasted buckwheat, as you may know, but this is cooked, of course, and not suitable for our purposes. For 200 grams of buckwheat, use 75 grams of coconut sugar. Soak the buckwheat for an hour or two. And then rinse well. Drain well too. You want the buckwheat to be slightly damp but not too wet. Add the coconut sugar and a pinch of salt and mix well. Mixing well ensures the coconut sugar adheres throughout the buckwheat. Spread the mixture evenly on a Teflon sheet. And dehydrate for 12 to 24 hours. You can use it at this point if you want it to be chewy, and it will be delicious. But otherwise, flip it over onto the dehydrator mesh sheet and dry for another 12 hours or so, until it's crunchy. Obviously, the drier it is, the longer it will keep. And here we've got the finished buckwheat. You can break it up into pieces, sizes depending on how you're going to use it. So this is the basic candied buckwheat recipe. Of course, you can use it in other ways as well as in your chocolate. Ground up, it makes a great base for raw desserts. And it's delicious eaten just as it is, or with coconut yogurt or other creamy things. You could use it in raw granola and trail mixes. Next, I'll show you some flavours that go really well with candied buckwheat and which will uplift and enhance your chocolate even further.